it the love agape?
Agape.
Agape. I agape you.
That man's smart. I see you. That was so good. Good job. Okay. Oh, I just go next?
Yes.
Oh, I wrote something too.
Let me tell you about an app called Free Cash. Free Cash is the #1 app worldwide, allowing users like yourself to make money off their phone for free. If you want to make $200 plus a week for free, download using my link in the description or the QR code on the screen. If you download now for free using my link or QR code, you will get a free $5 into your account for free. That's $5 for free, no requirements. So download Free Cash today to make easy, quick, and free money.
Yours were better. Okay, Brock. I love you so much. The Bible says, he who finds a wife finds a good thing and finds favor with the Lord. I vow not just to be a good thing, but your good thing. I vow to submit to the vision you have over our lives like a home is to a roof, to trust, to love, to protect you, your ego, our home front, and your name always. I vow to choose you powerfully every day, even when it's hard. I know you're a behind-the-scenes type of guy, and you kind of like flying under the radar, and because you're not shouting from the rooftops or seeking validation or have a podcast like me, or seeking validation or have a podcast like me.
There's more?
What you mean?
My boy, you still going?
Yo, this right here is wild. Now look, fellas, I always tell you guys, if your girl is on a podcast, she's who she is. Because the thing about women that doesn't value their relationships, they will always use it to make money. Like if she could get on a podcast and tell the world her business, she's gonna do it, right? Because she don't really see much value in her relationship, much less her marriage. So what she does, she's gonna use it for content. But it always amazes me, man, how easily it is for a bird to find a sucker. Now, obviously, she's not a regular bird. She's a veteran. She's well seasoned. I mean, she's been in the game for a minute, so she's a professional. So a bird like this wouldn't have a hard time finding a sucker who is slow, naive, who's lost in the sauce. But the reason why it was confirmed that he's a sucker, this is the reason why he got married.
My man, who was outside, okay, all caps, like you back in the day, outside, had access to everybody. If I would have allowed him to, for the 2 years that he was my friend, he could have made me into a situationship. I'm not doing that. And I told him, if this is what you want, then come and get me for real. If not, just be my friend. I love you. Nothing's going to change. I'm never going to leave your life as your friend. As your friend.
So y'all wasn't knocking boots?
No, I don't sleep with my friends. I told you that on your podcast.
So when you gave him the goods?
I'm excited to tell this story, but I can't tell it yet. At least not on a podcast. But it's definitely a story.
It's not giving the truth then.
No, not on this podcast. It's got to wait. I'm going to tell you after we're done recording. How about
that's
that?
the thing. Like, that's the difference between my situation and everybody. I'm saying it because I think people need to hear it. And I think people will be moved by the actual story, and then we'll find out what to take from it. See, a lot of people look at me and be like, bro, you off the chain. But I'm just telling you what it is.
Okay, I'm going to tell you. Because by the time this airs, and y'all just plug your ears, don't listen, don't pay no attention, okay? Because my team don't even know, and we're about to make the announcement. But by the time this airs, which will be after February 15th, because that's our wedding day, we've been married. Shut up. We've been married, and we didn't wait. We got married, and then we slept together. So technically, and it wasn't even, that wasn't even the plan. stuff, people dropping stuff. That was not even the plan at all. That wasn't the plan.
So y'all are legally married.
We're legally married.
And then y'all just having a wedding.
Our wedding is February 15th.
That's dope. Like right after Valentine's Day?
Yeah, day after. So for me, I gave him the goods. And it wasn't like you have to marry me in order for us to cross the line.
What it's
no,
given.
it wasn't that. It wasn't that. You know what it was? This is what it was. I was dating another man. I was dating two people. He was outside. And I don't sleep with nobody, right? I'm getting to know people. When I say dating, I'm getting to know people.
So what happened to the other dude?
I let him go because I told this dude.
You changed your number?
No.
He still got access to you?
No. Mm-mm. He don't have no access.
So if you still got the same number, he still got access to you?
No, he doesn't. He can't text me. There's no Instagram. There's no nothing. This is the thing.
Does he know? Does your husband know?
He knows everything. There ain't no secrets between. There's never been a secret.
He know your body count?
Of course he knows my body count. My body count isn't high.
Okay. It don't matter if it was high.
Yeah, no.
But see, when I ask certain questions where it's like, yo, like we gonna keep it a buck, we're gonna keep it a buck. Why people made me the villain or made me the person that's like, oh, he insecure. Why are you asking a woman
He knows
about
everything.
Her? That's cool.
And I know everything. I had one of his little girls come cry to me at a party talking about, why doesn't he? This is why we were just friends. Because everybody always thought we need to be together. So look, I say all this to say, with this man, I was dating somebody else. I told him, this man is marriage-minded. I'm not going to be with someone.
Has he ever been married before?
No, he hasn't. And he doesn't have any children.
I feel like you bullied him into marriage.
I did not. That's a fair assessment. But all I said was, I'm not letting go of what I could be happy over here. I can be
with the other dude.
Yes, I could be.
So you was happy with him.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
Yeah.
He was a great guy.
And he don't got any connection with you, right?
No, he does not.
Is that because of your choice or because of y'all's understanding?
He wouldn't have to ask me. I respect him enough to release that because that man was talking about marriage. And
why didn't you choose him?
To be honest, how this turned into your show. The reason why I didn't choose him is because it's like, you know, the people that you meet and it's like, oh, this is so fun, but you don't know them well enough. Like, we didn't go to a point of, yeah, we can have all the conversations, but we hadn't had the experiences. Me and Brock have been through it as friends.
What?
He's shown up for me as a friend. I've shown up for him as a friend. I know when he's mad. I know when he's not mad. I know what he'll do to try to flip me into a better mood. Like, I know he's reliable. He's funny. He's one of the funniest men you'll ever meet, but you wouldn't know that just looking at him because he's so laid back. But when he gets to talking, this man is literally like, he's just hilarious and he's fun. And
Oh, no.
This right here is sad, fam. Understand what this is. First of all, she friend-zoned her husband until he married her. Then she gave him the box. Now keep in mind, before he married her, she was messing with another guy. And according to her, he was a good guy. But obviously, he didn't want to marry her. So then she dropped him and focused on the sucker that was willing to marry her. You see how cold these birds are? Based on the fact that marriage was on top of her list, because obviously she's getting older. At some point, she got to leave the streets. And when a bird is trying to leave the streets, they will always find a sucker to power up just to waste his time. So she found a sucker and he married her, but she's on a podcast saying that the other guy was such a great guy. And listen to the way she described her husband. Well, he's funny. Oh my God. He is so funny. That's why I love him, because it's like, bro, come on, fam. Can't you see? Fellas, the signs are always there, bro. And it's just so sad that some men just can't see the signs. She made you wait before you could even touch she made you marry her before you could even touch the box. Like, what? I mean, how much of a sucker can you be? And look, Cam was really doing her husband a favor because he's really exposing the type of woman that she is. Because, bro, it's clear as day this bird is just using you for her storyline. Everything is on the internet. Think about it, right? Your whole relationship is on the internet for the world. Sad, bro. But Cam was really trying to help this guy too.
Cause I can't bully my man. I know how it is. I can't. Y'all, this is the thing. Y'all think Brock is nice. He's not.
I never said that.
The face said it. This man, if he says no, I've learned in the past, I'm a pusher naturally. And my whole team, they'll tell you.
Yeah.
I will push.
Yeah.
I can't push him.
I'm not saying that you did.
No, I'm just saying
I'm
can't.
just giving what we've known to be facts.
I don't even know what that means, Cam. I don't even know what that means.
Brock, bro, you a real one, bro.
He is.
He did something that most probably couldn't.
And wouldn't. To be honest.
That's why he got a good girl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I received that. Thank you. That was a good cleanup.
Look, here's the thing about a woman like this, right? This is a woman who's trained to go. So she knows how to manipulate a man to get what she wants. And when a woman looks into a man's eyes and she sees puppy love, she realizes that you're in love with her. What she's going to do is turn you into a victim. She's going to use you, bro. And she used this man to marry her because obviously that's what she wanted. And this guy is so oblivious to that. He's thinking she's really into him. He's thinking he's the man. Now, when she did the podcast with Cam, he pretty much exposed all of the signs. He exposed who she really is. But again, when a man is in love, he becomes blinded. So you will think that he will be thankful after Cam exposed her. But instead, she brought him to her podcast to disrespect Cam and defend her honor. Check this out.
Cam Newton said on this podcast, on this couch, said that I bullied you in the marriage. Do you think that that's true?
No, it's not true. If anything, I bullied you. I'm the one that said, we gonna do it, we gonna do it. If you don't have that moral value of I should get married, then yeah, you're gonna have multiple baby mamas. You're gonna have kids. Like, it's things that you would do that I would never do. Why would you do that? Or you must have been bullied into doing it. I'm wondering the same thing about you.
Like, why wouldn't you do it?
No, I'm wondering the same thing. Like, when I look at your life and I see things you got going on in your life, and I'm like, dang, you got all these kids and you got all these baby mamas. Like, were you forced to do this? Like I would never, so I would never do that. I would never have multiple baby mamas. I would never have children with a woman I'm not married to. So my next step was to build a family, legacy. Cam Newton, shout out Cam. He's a podcaster. So you got it. You go say the things he want to say that gets people aroused. I get it, but he don't know me. So it's no bullying over here.
That's true.
And I get it. His stance has always been, I seen his clips and I see some of his stuff online. His stance is, why get married? So I can see why, if he knew anything about me, the only way he could have made that decision was to be bullied. I could see why he would say something like that, because he doesn't believe in marriage and he has to stand by the stance that he's been putting out into the media for however many years, right? So that's why you say what you're gonna say. But and I get into these debates all the time, like especially since now since we've been married, like I speak to other guys and even some of my own friends, and they like, I just don't get why you would want to get married. Like, you got all this going for you, whatever, why choose to get married? And that's the thing though, like same thing to some of these people that ask me these questions. I don't even expect you to understand, because you're not in my position. We don't have the same morals. We don't have the same relationship with our parents. We don't have the same goals. So like, I wouldn't expect you to understand the decision that I made. Like some people never understand. Like some people, they didn't come from that type of background. Like if you've never seen anybody married in your entire family, nobody, your parents ain't never, your mama ain't never been married, then I could see why they would say, why would you get married? I'm unbiased on a lot of stuff. Like I can go to your side and be like, why would you think like that? And I can see why you would think like that, because you were brought up like that. And me, I was raised a different way. So I think a different way and I approach life differently. So I made a decision for myself. It's not like I'm settling down. Like people, they think, oh, you get married. Oh, it's you settling down. Now I feel like me getting married is a evolution and it's a level up. Like it's the next step. Okay. Like why not get married? It's like going to college. Like at some point you have to mature and go on to the next step and go down this road of life or not. Because I will say, marriage ain't for everybody.
Also
Like,
true.
You don't have to get married. Like,
Also true.
For every man, there's a woman.
And for every dummy, there's a dummy.
The audacity, bro. Cam didn't disrespect him. All he did was went on a podcast with his now wife and he just asked a few questions. That's all this man did. But homie, he put on his cape and he's like, man, let me impress my wife and disrespect Cam. It's like, bro, no one is knucking you because you got married. People are looking at you crazy because you married a bird. That's the difference. Shorty is clearly who she is. And if you notice, right, when Cam exposed who she is, all she did was laugh it off because she knows she can't pull that type of shit with certain men. And the thing about a woman like this, based on the fact that she doesn't respect her husband, what she's going to do is put him down. The fact that she put it out there that she made him wait before he married her to give him some, that's her making it obvious to the world that she married a sucker. And then she brought you back on her podcast to do this sucker ass shit while she's sitting there laughing at you. It's just amazing, bro. She disrespected him and then she brought him back on the podcast and he put on his cape and he's trying his best to defend her. It's sad, but you all got to understand, you could lead a horse to water, but you can't force it to drink. When a man is in love, he becomes blinded, bro. He becomes weak. And the sad thing about this dude, he's popping it. He's like a bougie sucker. Bro, you married a bird. She's not even into you. She's laughing at you. The only thing that she likes about you is that you're funny. What does that tell you, man? It is what it is, fellas. Be wise out here, man. Pay attention to the signs. And like I always tell you guys, if a woman is on a podcast speaking about her relationship, she is who she is. Please leave your thoughts in the comments. It's your boy AyeQ. Don't forget to like and subscribe and hype the video up. I'm out.
If you haven't yet, go get you some of that merch. You all already know, don't feed the birds. That's what it is. We don't feed the birds over here. So if you rock with your boy, go get you some of that good merch.